Hey, this is Suzanne Sobers coming to you from my home office in Bridgetown, Barbados. Today, I want to share with you one little nugget that I've learned as an entrepreneur and being in business for a few years now. And this is something that we encourage people to do, and we are encouraged to do as we go about building a business, building an income, and really building our freedom financially for ourselves. Whatever we set about to do, the first step in that process is goal setting. We have to know what we're aiming for before we can really accomplish anything meaningful, because if we don't know what we're really trying to achieve, then we really just become like a victim of circumstances, and we just get buffeted to and fro by the tide of life. So we always encourage people to set goals, set a definite goal, and to have a, a firm timeline by which you want to achieve that goal. But sometimes we don't always hit our goals. I don't know about you, but I know for myself, there have been many times where I've set a goal and set a deadline by which I wanted to achieve a particular goal, and that time has come and I haven't hit that target. There have been many times where I have also hit my goals within the deadline that I would have set, but there are times when you don't necessarily achieve what you set out to achieve within the time that you set. And so, what do you do then? Because this is a point at which sometimes it can cause you to become a little discouraged if that time has passed and you've not really achieved what you set out to achieve or what you wanted to achieve by that particular time. It can be a little discouraging, it can be, but I mean, how do you deal with that? So, the thing that I found that really works is, what you can't just throw up your hands in despair and give up. You can't give up on your goals. If your goal is something that really means something to you, that is significant, that you have a strong reason, a real reason, like what why you want to achieve that thing. Because we can have monetary goals, and we can say, for instance, we want to make a certain amount of money by a certain date, but that is just the surface. Comes what is the reason why you want to make that money? What is that money for? What are you going to do? How is it going to change your life? That is the real purpose of the goal. And when we don't hit that goal by the time that we had intended, then sometimes you can get a little discouraged, you can get a little, down. But the thing to do is not to get down on yourself, not to get discouraged, not to, certainly not to give up on your dreams, and never give up on your goals. When the time that you had set as your deadline to achieve your goal passes and you have not hit your target, the thing to do is to increase your level of activity. Because when you have a concrete goal, you have that the way that we recommend, and I can deal with this in another video, to go about achieving that target, is to have a clear plan. You work backwards from the outcome that you want to achieve, and you work backwards taking into account what you know is necessary to achieve that goal. What do I need in order for this thing to happen? What do I need to do? What are the steps I need to take every day for a certain number of days in order for this thing to happen. And if that thing has not happened, or you haven't made the amount of money, or you haven't maybe brought in the number of people into your business, you haven't made the number of sales, whatever your goal is by that time, then you know the thing that you should do is to increase the level of your activity. Say, for instance, you knew that in order to make $10,000 in 30 days time, you had to get, based on, and this is hard arithmetic that we do, we know our numbers, we calculate, because whatever product we are selling or marketing, promoting, whatever it is, or service, we know what we make, like what is the amount that we actually make when we sell a particular product or service. So we will have an idea of how many sales, for instance, you need to make to accomplish a certain amount of money in a particular time frame. And then we work backwards from that and break it down into smaller targets. Like we have maybe a goal, a year, a goal at the end of a year or at the end of 90 days, but then we work back from that to figure out what we need to do on a monthly basis leading up to that to get to that goal. And then we can break it down even onto daily steps, daily actions that we need to accomplish. And when that time comes and you have not necessarily hit your goal, because we are estimating that this is what we will do, because if you have never done a particular thing before, you don't really know, like, for sure what it will take to really hit that goal in that time frame. We're estimating based on the best information that we have and what we would like to achieve. But as you go through the process, sometimes it is just not possible. So what do? Then you have more data, more information, having gone through that time and having engaged in a certain level of activity for that time period, and you have the result that you have, but not necessarily the one that you wanted or intended. But so then you have a better idea of what it really will take. And the thing to do is to increase your level of activity and extend your deadline. So you will set a new deadline and you will increase the level of activity, because now you know what it, or you will have a much better idea of what it may really take to get to that point within a certain time frame. So you will increase the level of activity and you will extend your deadline, and you continue to push towards that goal, but you never ever give up on your goal. That is, once you have decided that that is what you want to achieve, then that's it. You don't deviate from that. You may have to be flexible in the exact way that you go about achieving that goal, but never give up on the goal. You don't change the goal. What you do is change the level of activity, and you may sometimes need to change the deadline by which you are going to achieve that goal, but certainly never give up on your goals. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I hope it helps you. And if this resonates with you, if you like this video, then give me some likes, show me some love. And also, I'd love to hear your comments and hear what you think about this topic. And if you have other tips that you would like to share as well on this particular topic, then feel free. I'd love to see them in the comments as well below. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Until next time, this is Suzanne Sobers. I'll see you soon in another video.